New shirt today. I think it's a little more difficult this time, and if you do know the shirt, put it in the comments down below. German Gills now has a YouTube subscription service where you can get extra cool little perks by joining the 1893 Club. If you see the join button underneath the video, you can click that to find more information about joining. If you'd like to support the channel in a more traditional way, you can still do so through Buy Me a Coffee. The link to that is in the description. And if you leave a message when you donate, I'll read it out in the next videos. So for example, we have 2 to celebrate this time. So thank you very much for Jackson, who's bought the channel 10 beers. And he says, thank you for making my Saturday evenings the highlight of the week, up the Gills. Thank you very much, Jackson, for your donation there. And I think this is the boy that was in the last video as well, the Tranmere game, who had his voice note read out in the Gills Fanzone. So thank you very much, Jackson, for your donation. And also we have Ridley Cragg, who has also bought the channel 5 beers. Thank you very much again, Ridley. And he said, really enjoyed watching these videos post-match. Keep up the good work this season and next. Hope you get over to a game or two as well to sample the revitalised matchday experience and atmosphere at Priestfield Stadium. Actually, fun enough, Ridley, I am looking to come back to England for the Christmas period this year. So that means I'll be able to hopefully go to a couple of games and have a different video experience for you to enjoy. You could also contact the German Gills WhatsApp. The link to that is in the description. You can leave a message, a voice note, or a video for your opportunity to be in the Gills Fanzone section of the video. Or if you just want to reach out and say hi, I will reply to everyone. So the link to that is in the description. Welcome to German Gills. Gills head up along the M6 to take out an out-of-form Walsall this afternoon. Your German Gills show will bring you a live match reaction today from your host, Reese. Luke from the ME7 podcast will cast his predicted 11 for our matchup today against the Saddlers. German Gills is coming live from Duisburg, Germany to see if the Gills can take something away from the famous Bestcott Stadium. Schön, dass du da bist und los geht's, Gills! Welcome to the German Gills show as Gillingham take on Walsall this afternoon at the Bestcott Stadium. Walsall are really out of form. I think they've only won 1 in 13 games or something like that, so this is a real opportunity for Gillingham to sharp and get 3 points, or it could be a big banana slip. I'm going to be your host, Reese, to take you through every step of today's game. Thank you very much for stopping by on this German Gills show. And if you'd like to follow our socials, you can do so on Twitter. We're on Deutsche Gills, and of course we're on Instagram, which is German Gills. If you would like to go straight to the live match reaction, use the chat that's at the bottom of the video to navigate around. Luke is really close to getting 11 out of 11 on his Luke's 11. That's a lot of 11s. Let's see if he can get 11 this time with our matchup against Walsall this afternoon.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Luke's 11. This weekend sees the Gills travel to Walsall, who are arguably the draw specialists of the division. You have to go back to New Year's Day since Walsall last won a game in the league, and then the next 12 games followed have seen them draw 9 and lose 3. I would hope that Neil would go into this game with a different game plan to one we saw at Stockport, as I believe that we can have a real go at Walsall today. Our form is strong, especially at home, and I'd like to see our attacking prowess be seen on the pitch today. I honestly think we have nothing to fear and believe we can come away with all 3 points. So let's get to it. Glenn Morris is always in between the sticks. Although both Mackenzie and Page were on the grass this week, I can't see the back 4 being changed, with Che Alexander at right back, Max Amer and Connor Masterson to pair at centre back, David Tutunda at left back. That completes the back line. After Macca's performance last week and another assist to add to his tally, I'm going with an unchanged midfield, with Sean Williams, Tim Diang, Alex McDonald and George Lapsley to complete that to midfield. An unchanged forward line of Oliver Hawkins and Tom Nichols sees the starting 11 completed, and a score prediction from me. I'm going with a 2-0 win. I'm very confident. I think we've got enough to beat Walsall. They've fallen off the cliff since the turn of the year, and yeah, I think we're gonna come away with all 3 points. Los geht's, Gills!
We have no Adam Westgate this afternoon and no matchday reporter, unfortunately, so we're going to jump straight into the Gills Fanzone.
Hi, this is Matt from the ME7 podcast here at the lovely Poundland Stadium. I reckon today the Gills are going to win 1-0 with an Aidan O'Brien goal. Up the Gills.
Let's head over to the Bestcott Stadium for today's live match reaction. Los geht's, Gills! So we're about to get underway at the Bescott Stadium, or apparently not, but while we have this little small hiatus in the start of the game, we can quickly go over a couple of things. Steve reckons today it's going to be 2-0 to the Gills with a Nichols and aim a goal, particularly aim with a header. We've got Jackson's also going for a 2-0 win with O'Brien scoring one, or maybe both of them, as Walsall go on the attack very quickly. If they score now, both of those scores will be out of the question. And Crewe from Canada is going for a 2-1 win with Nichols with both the goals. As Walsall here are really on the attack early on, and Gills need to get it away. My goodness me, the first 20 or 30 seconds. And we've had to pull a save out of Glenn Morris straight away, and Walsall really coming out of the blocks here at 1,000,000 miles an hour, really catching Gills out there, and it's a good ball into the box and a good header as well, towering above. That is Alexander, who should be strong on the air, but luckily Morris was there to tip it over the bar, and Walsall have the first corner of the afternoon. There's a throw-in for Walsall on this left-hand side being launched straight into the box. Gills are to get their lines cleared here. It's gone back into Walsall's possession. Again, looks like the ball's going to come in from this left-hand side. It's a decent cross to the back of the area. There's a header towards, now going to the right-hand side, and it looks like Gills are trying to call for it offside. But Walsall have kept the play going. It is onside, and they're going to shoot from distance. No, there they are going to shoot from distance, and that's a decent shot and a decent save by Morris, and it might make the highlight reel. Who knows? Gills now coming down this right-hand side, looking to get an attack. We've not had a highlight yet for Gills. Could this be the first one? Trutondas looks like he's want to try to shoot from distance. He might have to go alone. He has got space with O'Brien on the left-hand side, who's going to try and find a way through. Walsall have compacted this area immensely as Trutonda puts the ball into the back post. It bounces. It's gone to Lapsley's feet. The attack is still alive as it goes back in the box from Alexander, headed towards goal and over the bar by Nichols. It's the first real meaningful attack that Gillingham have created in the first 20 or so minutes of this game, and actually it's pretty nice play. Lots of good passing, lots of recycling the ball, and the game has calmed down since the first sort of 5 or 10 minutes where Walsall were just high octane energy type of play, which Gillingham would just about manage to contain and control, and now the games are much slower, and Gillingham are trying to gain control of that moving forward. It's still 0-0, and it's the first highlight for Gillingham of this game. Gills coming forward. It's going to be a decent pass over Williams. It's not a bad one. It's fallen to Nichols' feet. He needs to take on his man. He's got support in Lapsley. He needs someone there to do it. He's got Alexander. It's not the best pass, is it? No, it's a great pass. Alexander's going to put it in the box, surely. Is anyone there to head it into the goal? It's going to be Hawkins that heads it, but he's not quite done well enough. But it's gone to Dieng on the right-hand side. He's going to shoot, surely Dieng. He has done it. Score. Someone put it in the goal. Oh, my goodness me. I mean, it went through a couple of Gillingham players. All they got to do is put a foot on it, and at least guide it on towards goal. And it was really good work by Gills. I mean, Hawkins wasn't strong enough, actually, and it went back to O'Brien, and Dieng did really well to find a little bit of space, and he put the ball in. 1, 2, 3 Gillingham players just couldn't quite react quick enough to guide the ball towards the goal, and it's another close moment where Gills could have nicked it and gone one ahead just before half-time, but unfortunately didn't come to fruition. It's still 0-0 here at the Bescott. Walsall coming down to more of a central position. That's a really poor touch by Walsall, and Gills just need to clear their lines. They haven't done. They've made a mistake, and Walsall have a great chance. They go through. That's a decent save by Morris, and I've got to say Gillingham had a great opportunity just to clear the ball, but Walsall kept their attack up and kept their work up to try and get that ball into the box. And who is it? It looks like it's O'Brien, who should have done something with it. He didn't, and he didn't clear it, but Morris there, really, really alert to put the ball over to the bar. It's a decent save by the shot stopper, and Walsall nearly going ahead here. And that is half-time. So at half-time, it's Walsall 0, Gillingham 0, and there's really not much happening in the first half. It's been quite a cagey affair. Walsall started out pretty strong, and then Gillingham got a little bit of a foothold in the middle part of the game. But actually, it looks like two teams at the bottom of the table struggling to get anything, which, you know, considering Gillingham's second half of the season, is a bit of a surprise. And we should be going there with a little bit more fight. And at the moment, it just doesn't look like anything's really working. It's only going to take one goal that's going to change this game. I think it's whoever scores the next goal is probably going to end up winning this. And that's kind of how I see this one. But yeah, Gills had to come out in the second half a little bit more gumph, a little more intent than they have done really in the first half. But it is 0-0, and there's really not much to say about it, unfortunately, apart from how inclement the weather is and how much it's changing in Birmingham. Anyway, let's see how the second half unfolds. About to get underway for the second half, and I just want to say one thing is I just wanted to give a big shout out to Paige, who is our Her Games 2 ambassador, and she's at Walsall today. She's at the game today, and she's already been exposed and been on the end of a pretty few horrible tweets. And I just want to show my support for the Her Game 2 movement and support as well, because that kind of stuff is not acceptable in the stands, on social media or anywhere, not just in football, but in our community. So big shout out to Paige for all the hard work that she does. So yeah, hopefully the Gills can get a win for you today after making that journey up to Walsall. As Gills are coming forward now and gathered by the goalkeeper. Nope, wasn't that time, Paige, sorry, but maybe a little bit later. It's a fantastic ball through for Walsall on this left-hand side. It's left Gillingham scratching back at the moment as a shot on target is deflected and it's gone in the back of the net. Gills are a little bit unlucky there. They were caught napping, but it's a deflected shot that's managed to beat Glenn Morris at his right-hand post. And there's nothing he could do about it. And, you know, if you take a shot and it takes a deflection, it's one of those things. And it's the first real meaningful attack of this half so far. And Walsall have managed to get in front. It was a lovely pass through on this left-hand side, I've got to say, and Gills were just a little bit slow reacting to it as we're about to get to the replay. Let's take a look at now. Oh, you just saw the pass, and there's only 3 defenders back for Gillingham. There was a bit of momentum for Gills going forward, but instead it was turned over quickly. Good ball on the left-hand side. It's deflected off Amer's back. If it doesn't do that, Glenn Morris saves that easy. And as it stands, unfortunately for the Gills, it is Walsall 1, Gillingham 0. Gills coming down this left-hand side. Nichols has picked up the ball in a dangerous position. He needs to turn to face the play, though. It's gone to O'Brien. Can he get a shot on goal, get it into space? He's tried to. He's taken a shot. Can he take another one? He's got McDonald there in support. He'll take the shot himself, and it just goes over the bar. And it's the best opportunity that Gills have come up with so far in this second half. It looks like it was deflected instead. I just think that O'Brien just took a little bit too long to release the initial trigger. He had McDonald there in support. I know he's desperate for a goal and probably was the right man for the job there, but McDonald was, should be screaming for that in my opinion, but Gills are looking a bit more sharper moving forward after Walsall have scored. Still 1-0 Walsall. Walsall got the ball on the right-hand side. They've done well to get his position. Gills did particularly well themselves. There's a shot on goal. Decent save by Morris. Gills got away with that one, in my opinion. They were very sloppy on that right-hand side and... the left-hand side from that perspective, but that's a really poor bit of defending from Gills. Good save by Morris, and Walsall could have easily doubled their advantage as Gills now come on the attack. Will keep the highlight going, and you never know, we might be able to equalise just after that as it goes into the box by Alexander, and it's going to be cleared. It looks like away by Walsall. McDonald has got a ball, been depossessed, and then cleared away by Walsall. Still 1-0 Walsall. So Walsall got a ball in the Gills penalty zone. They take a shot on target, and my goodness me, you can't score 2 different goals, can they? Wow, it was a shot from Walsall. There's literally a chance come out of nowhere, and I can't see who blocked it, but it was just a simple opportunity, and it's really, again, Gills. I just want to say Gillingham have been really poor all game, technique-wise. Defensively, okay, but moving forward, absolute shambles. I think Abraham's going to come on, but again, nearly a deflected goal that put Walsall pretty much out of sight as they got a corner now. But it's been really poor showing from Gillingham, and if we do end up losing 1-0, it's totally justified. Anyway, still 1-0 Walsall. It's a long throw for Gills on this right-hand side from McDonald. Can Gills get something from this? It's gone across the face. The goal's to be shot from distance, and it's going to go over the bar. And that is the closest that Gills have pretty much come this half, actually. It's been dreadful. This whole moving forward, the attack has been really not of the game today. Defensively, Walsall have been walking rings around Gillingham for parts of this game. We just haven't showed up whatsoever. And it's one of those really terrible games where Walsall are not scoring much. They get a deflected goal and they're going to end up winning 1-0. That's how I see this game and its conclusion. Oh well. So throwing for Walsall, gone straight into the danger zone just so they can keep possession and maybe just see this game through. It's a fantastic bit of work. There's the goal, and Walsall have won this game. They've got the 3 points. This is their first win in a very long time, and I have to say, it's totally deserved. Gillingham have not been at the games today, and Walsall have just essentially, just through attrition, have worn Gillingham down, and it is just one of the, I think it would be fair to say this is one of the poorer, if not the poorest, Gills performance that we've seen since the Galisons took over. And against a team that have not won in such a long time, you would expect there to be much more of a competitive edge in this game, and Gillingham have not produced that whatsoever, and Walsall have just essentially turned us over quite easily, if I'm being totally honest. And I think that might even be Connor Wilkinson, who's put it in the back of the net, who's scored against obviously his old club as well. The story of this game is Walsall have just walked over us essentially and finally got the win which they've been waiting for after 13 or so games. Oh well, it's the way it goes. Gillingham need to get their heads up for when they go to Crewe on Tuesday. 2-0 Walsall. Gills coming forward now. It looks like the game's about to end at some point. Abraham's got the ball. Is he going to get any forward? And it looks like he's been nicked there, but I think the referee's just about a blow for full time. And it ends Walsall 2, Gillingham 0. And on to Crewe, essentially. Let's try and forget that one. So it ended Walsall 2, Gillingham 0. And like I said at half time, it was only going to take one goal to change this game, and it did. And it came on the 49th minute for Walsall. And I just got to say, Gillingham, I genuinely think that is the worst performance that we've had since the Galisons have taken over. And it genuinely looked like a first of the half season performance, which is that is kind of concerning. I didn't think we'd ever see something like that again. But today's game was definitely pretty close to that, actually. Albeit the goal that Walsall scored was a deflection, but they created the chance themselves. A great ball through on the left-hand side. And of course, Connor Wilkinson was going to get a goal as well against his former club. Fair enough, it happens, and congratulations to Walsall. That is a win that they've not won in ages, so they can be happy and probably relieved that they've managed to get 3 points. It's just a shame that it's against a Gills who didn't show up at all this fixture up at the Bescott. It's the way it goes, but congratulations Walsall. I'm pretty confident we'll be playing each other next season, so we'll look forward to that. Anyway, I just want to say a couple of things. If you want to support the channel, you can do so through Buy Me a Coffee. The link's in the description. If you want to join the 1893 Club, our YouTube subscription service, you can click the join button. It's somewhere underneath this video. And if you'd like to contact German Gills via the WhatsApp to be in the German Gills Fanzone, the link to that is also in the description. And of course, thank you ever so much for all of the views and all of the watching that you do. It is highly appreciated, and the channel would be nothing without you guys also as well. And all the Walsall fans here, if you've managed to make it this end of the video, put a comment down below. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next season, Walsall. And for Gillingham, fans and Gills fans, we'll see you on Tuesday night against Crewe. And as ever, Los Gates Gills.